It's your destiny to greatness with Dr. C and Brothers Keeper. Today, where we've been, where we're going, and Friday trivia. And now, here are Dr. C and Brothers Keeper.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your destiny to greatness. Dr. C here.
And Brothers Keeper, who's excited as usual.
Well, that's good. That's very good. So I'm hoping you're getting this already. We have a very nice show for you today. And the topic that we're talking about is You Inspire Me. I can think of a few people who have and still inspire me.
Yes,
How about you?
I'm blessed to have those type of people in my circle that'll be able to inspire me and cause me to grow more and more every day.
So what does inspire mean to you? I'm just trying to think of this for a moment.
To me, inspire means me to see what they're doing, and it causes me to, as I say, come outside my box or my realm of regular thinking and push myself to an area that otherwise I'd never even thought of.
Wow. I agree. I agree, because when we are inspired, that means that we want to do more. Sometimes we don't mind taking the risks or challenges to do something maybe that we've never done before. So today, we're going to be talking about inspiration, really. Whether someone has inspired you, and hopefully you're inspiring someone else. So just get in your mind about this inspiration, and we'll be right back. Yes, we're back talking about the subject, You Inspire Me. You know what, Brothers Keeper? You inspire me.
Oh, yes, you inspire me.
Well, that is wonderful.
I think for this reciprocity we got going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons is you continuously use your creativity, but not just for yourself, to be able to help and encourage others.
Yes, that is one of the attributes of being an inspiration to someone, is being true to yourself, understanding who you are,
Right.
and you can be a doer and not just a sayer.
Okay.
Because a lot of times people are looking at what you do and not what you say.
True, that is true. And many times when we have a thought in our mind, or it's something that we want to do, sometimes we're a little bit scared. But if we have some supportive person, and they might not even know that they're inspiring us, but if they make it, if they're successful, if they push to the next level, then we begin to say, well, why not me?
And it's good that you spoke of pushing. I'm going to piggyback on that.
Okay.
And another attribute of inspiring people is whatever you're doing, have great passion about what you're doing and be all in.
Yes.
And like you say, when you're all in what you're doing, being successful, what you're doing, that inspires others that are around you. If he did it,
Right.
or she did it, well then, I guess I can at least try to do it, instead of just being on the sideline and being, as you say, frightful and fretful about what you're going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. And it's a wonderful feeling to be inspired to do something that you are passionate about.
Yes. So, the more passionate you are about it, as you said earlier, the more creative you can be, and the more inspiration you'll be to someone else. And at the same time, as you see them growing, that inspiration also comes back to us.
Exactly.
It inspires us to do even better, to try to reach higher heights, greater things.
Yes. And we all have things that are in us that need to come out that would help us as well as other people. So think about that and begin to, don't just keep it, start working on it, working towards it, because as Brothers Keeper would say, you matter.
Yes.
Your thoughts matter. Your dreams matter.
Yes, and as you said, that what's on the inside, that innate ability to to do. That's our gift.
Yeah.
It said that our gifts are the things that we can do with the least amount of effort, and we're successful at it. And those gifts will make room for us and put us in the presence of great men.
Yes.
And as it makes room for us and those that we inspire, we can take them along the way with us.
And just by seeing you get passionate about what you're saying, something a little bit, as my dad would say, started welling up on the inside.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Oh, your baby leap. As John's mother said, the baby leap.
Exactly. I love to do, I love to create, but I love to share and learn from others as well.
Yes.
And the thing about it, if you put your little bit with my little bit, what we will be able to create.
Oh yes. The infinite possibility.
Exactly. And those of us who are not selfish, we don't mind when someone, to the blinded eye, I would say, feels like someone else is doing a little bit better. That doesn't matter.
No.
Because we say it quite often. What's for me is for me.
Yes.
So let me just go on and work in that.
And it's funny you should mention that because I, with the grace of the Lord, I've created a few logos.
Yes, you have.
And the first thing I tell them where we do it at is anything that I create, they're welcome to it. If you see someone that you would like to have it, and as we interviewed Rick, he met a guy that by chance was speaking some verbiage and it was some of the stuff that I had on a logo.
Okay.
He was inspired to create him a hat with that logo, with the colors that he wanted, and he presented it to the guy, unbeknown to the guy when he presented it to him. And that made his day, which probably made Rick's day, which in turn it made my day. And as you say, I was being unselfish because what's for me, if he gave me that thought, he'll give me another prudent thought.
Exactly. And I'm looking at one of your logos right on your hat.
Yes.
And I think it's great.
The School of Hard Knocks.
Yes.
Tuition required. We're going to spend our time and our money before we graduate the School of Hard Knocks. Would you agree?
So that alone should begin to inspire you to start thinking of what it is that you are compassionate about, because many times, because we're either busy or we've been told that we can't do a thing, then we put it back on the back burner.
Yes.
Well, it's time for you. It's time right now for you to start thinking of things that you would love to do, especially if they're going to benefit others.
And as you say, many of us, we think of it. And we keep it on the back burner, and we keep it on the back burner, and it stays there so long and it's so dormant that we think it was just a dream that had no possibility, so we don't even try. But I challenge you to start connecting yourself with those people who are very inspirational, because as you listen to them and you watch what they do and understand the consistency of what they do and they're being true to themselves, it would teach you to be true to yourself. It would teach me to be true to myself. It would teach Dr. C to be true to herself.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to be true, and we're going to talk a little bit more about You Inspire Me. So stay right there. We're so glad you're here with us today, and we'll be right back. Hi everyone. I hope you're enjoying the show. For more information about the show or to be a guest, check out Your Destiny to Greatness show on Facebook or email us at your.destinytogreatness@gmail.com. Yes, welcome back. And you inspire me. You inspire me to continue to work on and perfect this show, because without you, there is no me in that respect.
Yes, and since we're on the subject of inspiring, we don't want to get you twisted, because there is such a thing as being negatively inspired too. Now, there are people out there who will positively inspire us and negatively inspire us. And we have to be very careful of what we see, because maybe the person who's doing it is not even doing it intentionally. They may not have yet figured out who they are, so they're doing the best they can at the moment. In that season, as they say. But there are many more seasons in their life they might go through. So we have to be very careful how much we hinge upon what they're doing instead of trying to figure out who we are. The best option for us to do is seek counsel from God, understand who we are, be comfortable with who we are, and then we'll be an inspiration to others.
I'm with you. So this seeking counsel. What I had, my scripture for today's show, for in him we live and move and have our being, as certain also of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. So if I belong to God and look at all the creative things that he did. I mean, from the moon and the stars and the trees, how they change colors, that's inspiring. That's inspiring to me. I said, well, if I'm created in God's image, then there must be something, a lot of something that I can do and not feel ashamed about it.
That's another thing. And a lot of they don't understand sometimes that, as you said earlier, what's for you is for you, what's for me is for me, what's for Dr. C is for Dr. C. If there's some passion that you have about what you're doing, you feel free and exhilarated about what you do, and it's probably your gift. Don't be ashamed of something that you do because your buddy or your so-called friend don't approve of it. Because where you going may not be where they can go. Some can come with us, but all can't go with us.
Yeah. We have to learn to be confident within ourselves. We'll make some mistakes. Some things will not turn out the way we wanted them to, but we're constantly learning and we're constantly growing. And I just love it, because the thing of it is, it doesn't always have to be a huge thing. Someone can just inspire you to read your word every day because you know that you find strength in that. They may inspire you to go over to an elderly person's home and wash the dishes for them. So it's so many things. Everything is not a big, huge project that's going to land us millions. But we can invest in people, and that takes inspiration.
As you say, it gives me an example when you talk about investing in people. It's sometimes while we're investing, it takes a while for it to grow, because that's why they call it an investment.
Yes.
You might not see the reward right now, but as time goes, you keep investing, it'll come. I had a neighbor, an elderly neighbor, was cutting grass one day, and when I saw him, he was amazed that while he was in the throes of cutting his grass, one hot summer day, my son ran over to him from our house with a bottle of water and wanted to give him the water. And the neighbor, he was kind of thrown back because my son wasn't that old, but because these are the things that I was doing in front of him, it inspired him to look and see that neighbor, the elderly gentleman. He goes in the refrigerator and get a cold bottle of water and runs over and give it to him. And my neighbor thought that was so cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what we should get in our mind to do. You know, what is it that I can do today? Lord, what would you have for me to do? And once we have that mindset, then even though our hearts may be beating sometime, you know, we're a little nervous, but things I think I've said, well, no one knows exactly how I'm feeling, if I'm scared or not. And that helps me to go on. You
inspire us to do what we need to do to be able to get the message out to the masses.
Yes. And that's what's important. So, you inspire me. We want you to inspire someone else. Open up your hearts and your minds and look around. There's some good things, some good people out there. And I believe that you're one too. So, we'll be back a little bit with some other things, and maybe those too will inspire you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And we were speaking earlier about our parenting skills, and as a parent, how it is for us to inspire our children to do even greater things that we do. As I said before, we instill things in them, inspire them to go to places that we may never see. So in the story of the Bible, we had a father and a son, the son which was a wise man, Solomon. And I'm pretty sure that his father was very inspirational to him. Our trivia question for today is, who was Solomon's father?
Oh, okay. Who was Solomon's father?
Wise man Solomon.
Nice question.
Yes.
So, get your answers in. Whether you're looking for anything or not, yes, we have gifts, but you give us a gift when you help share in this particular part of the show. So get your answers in by tonight, 11:59 p.m. actually.
PM.
Yeah. And of course, you can email your answers to your.destinytogreatness@gmail.com. We're looking forward to it. Let this be your week to join in. Health, wealth, and beauty. Health, wealth, and beauty.
Whatever you need, God is it. Do not be discouraged. Learn to seek God's face in any situation. Pray without ceasing and obey His commands. If it's health, God is it. If it's wealth, He has that too. Even if it's beauty you seek, God's in control because He works on the inside out. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. So bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house, and prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven, and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. Your blessing is in God.
It's just me thinking again. Hi, this is Brothers Keeper, and it's just me thinking again. How often do we know that we inspire people? We inspire people every day, whether we believe it or not. So since I'm reminding you that you inspire people, how about we try to be true to ourselves? Be the person that we were meant to be, so we'll be able to inspire others to be the people they're supposed to be. You can do it. I can do it. Inspire someone today. It's just me thinking again. We are destined for greatness.
I'm inspired to share with you today. Share with you just a little piece of my heart. And that is, each and every day, I look for inspiration. And many times, I find it through song. I'll wake up and some song will be playing in my mind and in my heart. Then I'll pull it up on YouTube just so I can get my day started. And with those songs, as long as the words are meaningful, then it helps me. Helps me to smile, helps me to just be a little bit more compassionate of others. Find your inspiration. And I believe that it will help you as you walk towards your destiny.
We are destined for greatness.